One of the most anticipated Nintendo Directs of all time has just happened. And what are the top 5 things that I saw during this Nintendo Direct? Let's get into it. This Nintendo Direct was massive, tons of great games, great announcements, and a lot to be excited for. I wanted to just go over what were the top 5 things that caught my eye and made me want to upgrade my Switch and get playing again, because this Switch Lite, it ain't cutting it. It ain't cutting it, man. I need a nice Pro controller or something to get actually playing. And so let's get started on this top 5. I've seen a lot of hype around Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. It's a boot camp for fans of the original Advance Wars series that was on the Game Boy Advance. It's designed to provide a comprehensive understanding of the series for new and veteran players alike. So me being new, even though I was around then, I'm excited. So the camp is split into 2 segments, the first one being Advance Wars 1 and the second one being Advance Wars 2. Each segment is taught by experienced players who have mastered the game and can provide tips and tricks to help players improve their skills. In addition to learning about the games, the camp also focuses on a building of community of fans. And so participants will have the opportunity to meet and play other fans and form lasting relationships, friendships, whatever you want to call it. And the camp will feature various tournaments and challenges, giving players the opportunity to put their skills to test against the other players. And the winner of each tournament will receive a special prize, making the camp a fun and exciting experience for everyone. And for those of you looking to get into the Advance Wars series, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot is coming out April 21st. And I'm excited for this one, and that makes it my number 5. So I've played a lot of Mario Kart over the years, and one of the games I remember playing a lot during college was Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube. That game was fantastic. You got to race with 2 of the different Nintendo characters. So much fun. And one of the memories I have of playing that game is that it had Birdo. And guess who's back? It's Birdo. We get to play as Birdo in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is pretty much Mario Kart Ultimate at this point. It's going to have every track, every character, everything. And Birdo is amazing. And we get a brand new track, which is another great thing, because I can't tell you how many times I've played these other tracks. We finally get a new track here, and we get Birdo. So that makes it number 4 on my list. So we've known the release date for Tears of the Kingdom for a while now. We've seen it. We've seen it different places. You could pre-order it. It seems that it finally set a date. That's great news. And we see a wonderful trailer here of the game. I am one that likes the older style of Zelda better. I like having a goal, a set path. That's how I grew up. That's how I enjoy Zelda. So Breath of the Wild, I know a lot of people think it's the best Zelda game ever. People love it. This is going to be huge for Nintendo. This is a huge, awesome thing. I definitely want to play it. I need to go back and play Breath of the Wild some more. But for me, that's what made it number 3. I like the more traditional style Zelda a little bit better for me. But this trailer looked amazing. The storyline looks great. The dark scenes from the game looked amazing. They remind me a lot of the Dark World type stuff. I really am digging this a lot more than the Breath of the Wild for me personally. But we will see how this goes. I know it's going to play very similar, and I know it'll be a hit, and it will probably surpass the last game, because Nintendo is not going to play around with this title. It's going to be huge. For me, it was number 3 thing I'm the most excited about. And let's get into the top 2. Most of you are probably familiar with this game, but if you're not familiar with this game, Metroid Prime is a first-person shooter game. It changed the game for Metroid, and it was released on the Nintendo GameCube in 2002, and the game has been remastered and is now available on the Nintendo Switch as of today, as of the Nintendo Direct. And on February 22nd, you could buy a physical version of the game as well. The remastered version of the game features improved graphics, updated sound effects, and a smoother gameplay experience. It's an absolute must-play for anyone who loves classic video games or who is a fan of the Metroid franchise. I don't remember this one too much. I did have it. I did play it a bit on the GameCube, but I'm really hyped to play it again. We are all hoping for a remastered trilogy. Here's the first one. Maybe we'll get the other two. We know that 4 is coming. It's been delayed and delayed and delayed. It seems like it was announced 5 years ago. So anyway, I'm excited for Metroid Prime Remaster. I'm going to be buying this one, and I can't wait to play it and re-experience the game with the improved graphics and visuals. On to number 1, baby. So back when they were releasing those Nintendo Classics, the Nintendo Classic, the Super Nintendo Classic, I was just waiting for them to come out with a Game Boy Classic because I wanted to play some old Game Boy games the way they are meant to be played on a little handheld device. That dream never came true because I think this is the best we're gonna get. We're getting Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. We've been wanting it for a long time on the Nintendo Switch, and we're getting some good ones. Tetris. I mean, everybody played Tetris back on the Game Boy because it was a pack-in game. It was huge. It got adults to buy a Game Boy, and it's very addictive. And I still, to this day, feel that the Game Boy and original NES versions of Tetris are the best and by far my favorite. You're getting Super Mario Land 2, Wario Land 3. There's a whole bunch of other games that are coming out. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. This is a win. I am so hyped to be able to do this and just like get onto the Nintendo Switch Online, play some games, try them out again, have a great time. And they're going to have online play on these games so you could connect with others and play these games just like you would have in the old days with like this link cable. It was such a pain. People that are very young, they don't understand how much more complicated it was. There was no internet. It did not exist. You had to use a cable. Anyway, those are my top 5 from the Nintendo Direct that I'm really excited about. There's so much more. An honorable mention is I really thought the Castlevania levels in Dead Cells was really cool, but I saw that it was coming to Xbox, some other consoles. I've seen it before, and I wanted to focus on what excited me that was specifically Nintendo and that I'm just ready to get. So if you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate it. It helps me. If you haven't subscribed, I got more Xbox, more Nintendo, more PlayStation content coming on the way. And please leave your comments down below what your top 5 or your top 3 or your top 1 was of the Nintendo Direct, because this is a great Nintendo Direct, one of the greatest of all times. And I will see ya in the next one.